Morning, brothers and sisters. This is your humbled fisher. It's Almanac Tidbits Day. Let me run through our days real quick. July the 10th, 2022, the year of our Lord. On this date in 2005, Hurricane Dennis hit Florida. July the 11th, Monday, E.B. White was born in 1899. July the 12th of 101 BC, Julius Caesar was born. July the 13th, which is Wednesday, moon at perigee or perigee, however you say that, at 5:12 a.m. July the 14th in 1853, first U.S. World's Fair opened. July the 15th, 1606, St. Swithin's Day, Rembrandt born. And 1790, July the 16th, District of Columbia authorized. The rest, it's been hot, so I don't know if anybody's been gardening or not. I know it's been hot here. I've been doing a little bit, not much. Mostly just going out there and getting my food and water in the evening. There's a story in here I want to read. It's about Charlie Parkhurst. And I'm going to go through it. It's a couple pages long. It's an interesting story. It's in the Almanac. A stagecoach driver in disguise, Charlie Parkhurst. During the 19th century, the stagecoach was the main mode of transportation, carrying mail, baggage, gold, newspapers, and passengers to their ultimate destinations. Drawn by 4 to 6 horses, these sturdy coaches traversed the narrow, windy mountain roads of the Sierra Nevada. With its towering snowdrifts in winter and knee-deep mud in the spring, Wells Fargo and Company's Fast Freight and Passenger Line, Great Overland Mail Line, and Pioneer Stage Company all utilized the trails over the Sierras, some averaging more than 100 passengers daily. With the discovery of gold in California, skilled and fearless stagecoach drivers were in high demand, attracting adventurous souls from all over the country. One of these was one Charlie Parkhurst, who happened to conceal a very large secret. Charlie was actually Charlotte, a woman. Born in Lebanon, New Hampshire in 1812, Parkhurst's early years were spent in an orphanage, but she escaped at a young age. Dressed as a boy to find her way in the world, eventually she met the owner of a livery stable, Ebenezer Balk, who took Charlie to Rhode Island to raise as his son. While working at Balk's stable, she learned to manage a team and developed a lifelong love of horses, even preferring to sleep in the stable while on the road. Parkhurst eventually relocated to Georgia, where she drove for James Birch, B-I-R-C-H, future founder of the California Stage Company. Her driving proficiency soon earned her the title of Whip, and she followed Birch to San Francisco in 1850 with the goal of becoming the best stagecoach driver in California. Life as a man. Charlie was described as a slim, sinewy figure with clear gray eyes and a sharp whiskey tenor voice. She was renowned for her impeccable dress. Handmade boots, tailored coats, and heavily pleated shirts were a staple of her attire, the latter best suited for hiding her feminine features. Her buckskin gloves were hand-embroidered, fringed, and beaded. These she never removed. Charlie had a wispy mustache and wore a large patch over her one blind eye, which was the result of a kick from an ornery horse. This earned her the nickname One-Eyed Charlie. In addition to her dress, her masculine conduct completed the disguise. Parkhurst's foul mouth was infamous, a mouth that was never without chewing tobacco, as was her ability to hold her own in any barroom brawl. Charlie was known for her talent of wielding a long black snake whip, and it was said that with it she could cut a cigar out of a man's mouth at 15 paces. But Charlie's success at camouflaging her sex resulted in another problem. Marriage-minded women were frequently attracted to the dashing driver and rode the stagecoach simply for the opportunity to flirt with the popular whip. Parkhurst's solution was to simply switch itineraries when the situation became a little too uncomfortable. Hair-raising rides. Charlie's routes took her over narrow, one-way dirt roads through some of the roughest towns in the West, including Hangtown, now Placerville, Grass Valley, and Virginia City. She drove at an amazingly high speed, and although her passengers frequently described the experience as hair-raising, Charlie was one of the most frequently requested drivers on the line. On one trip, Charlie was thrown from the stagecoach while navigating a hairpin turn. She miraculously held on to the reins while being dragged by the team and skillfully veered the horses into a bank of bushes to get them to stop. To show their gratitude for her heroism, the passengers took up a special collection of $20, which they presented to the humble driver. On another occasion, the infamous road agent Sugarfoot, named for his habit of stomping his burlap-wrapped foot, attempted to rob Charlie's stagecoach. The quick-thinking Parkhurst cracked her whip, and as the horses bolted, she impulsively shot his way. Charlie just happened to be exceptionally proficient with a .44 Magnum pistol, and Sugarfoot was later found dead with a bullet wound to the stomach, while Charlie and her passengers was left unscathed. First woman to cast a ballot. Parkhurst drove a team for 30 years before retiring in the coastal town of Watsonville, where she managed a large apple orchard. In later years, she worked as a lumberjack and eventually opened a stage station and saloon. She was respected in the community and a member of the Odd Fellows Lodge of Soquel, Soquel. Most remarkably, legends state that Parkhurst was the first woman to cast a ballot in the United States election on November 3, 1868, 52 years before women were granted suffrage. In 1879, at the age of 67, Parkhurst succumbed to cancer of the throat and mouth. While preparing the body for burial, the undertaker discovered Charlie's long-held secrets. Parkhurst was actually a well-endowed woman who had at some time given birth to a child. Sources vary as to what happened to the child, one account holding that she had a daughter in a finishing school on the East Coast, and another that the baby died at a young age. The Daily Alta of California of January 1st, 1880 reported that it is one of the most wonderful of the few of such cases on record that this woman, living among men 30 years or more, going through all the dangers and vicissitudes of California life, should conceal her sex. Can hardly be believed, but it was a fact. While some, such as Charlie's best friend, Frank Woodward, reportedly greeted the discovery with disdain, others respected Charlie for the person she was in life. The Soquel Lodge held Parkhurst in such high regard that she was buried with full honors in the pioneer Oddfellows Cemetery in Watsonville. Charlie Parkhurst took to her grave the reason she posed as a man, but Charlie was who she was, an extremely skilled and courageous whip, beloved community member, and devoted horsewoman. That's a pretty good little story, wasn't it? That was a good little story. Let's do some, it's been hot. If you're castrating animals or anything, this week's a good week to do that. Good week. I looked at the fishing forecast. It's good all week. It's fair like today, and the rest is good and best. Let's see over here. Canning fruits and vegetables, the 16th of this week. Jams and jellies is the 14th and 15th. Quit smoking, be the 14th, 15th, be your best days. Best days to start a diet to lose weight to be the 14th, 15th. Potty train all week or wean humans or animals all week. It's a good week to do that. No demolition. You can paint the 14th, 15th. Wash windows today and tomorrow. Wash wooden floors the 14th and 15th. And wax floors on the 12th. Let's jump over here real quick. June, July. Today and tomorrow's barren days, neither plant nor sow. 12th and 13th. First day is when any above ground crops that can be planted now will do well. Second day is a good day for planting beets, carrots, salsify, Irish potatoes, and other root crops. 14th and 15th, good days for killing weeds, briars, and other plant pests, poor for planting. The 16th, set strawberry plants. Good day for transplanting, good day for planting beets, carrots, radishes, salsify, turnips, peanuts, and other root crops. Also good for vine crops. Did y'all get all that? Did y'all get all that? It's fast talking today. All right, that's your Almanac tidbits for the day. Until next time, I wish you all peace through Christ.